Hello, I'm David Favre.
And I'm Rhonda Lavaldo, and this is the Haskell Report. In our first story, the Fall Semester Honor Roll Recognition Program was held February 21st in the Haskell Auditorium. The program recognized achievements for the fall 1995 semester. The featured speaker was Michael Yellowbird.
About this theme of motivation, I want to say congratulations to all of you that have had this spectacular achievement. This is really something, it's something to be proud of. So let me just congratulate you, first of all, and say thank you for your hard work and your hard study. It's important to have people like you. It's so important to have people that are passionate about education, passionate about growth, passionate about their own development, and you can bring forth these ideas in creative and very important ways. And so I congratulate you.
The program recognized 62 students on the President's Honor Roll and 62 students on the Dean's Honor Roll.
In campus news, for those of you who would like to learn how to better defend yourself, there's a new self-defense class being offered every Monday and Wednesday from 7:30 to 8. Classes are taught by Richard Snelding, a student here at Haskell.
Okay, somebody approached me and asked me if I would teach a self-defense class on this campus because there is an issue of violence. There's a task force on violence that's set up, run by students and I believe faculty, and they're working on different issues. And we thought that it would, because of occurrences that have happened in the past, that it'd be a good idea to teach self-defense to the students in case that they ever did. Just because you don't condone violence does not mean you're not going to be a victim. So it always helps to learn something, and a lot of people think that you take a martial arts style or whatever, and all of a sudden you're a master. But the truth is it just increases your chances, your probability of being okay, in the chance in a violent situation. So it's like you're on this level, and then you would take classes to move yourself up to this level. Not this unbeatable, unachievable level, but you just improve yourself at a time. You raise your chances to keep from being a victim. And I think that there's a lot of people who were interested in this class. I had a lot of positive feedback for it. And some people from the Task Force on Violence asked me to put it together. And here it is, we're working on it. I'd also like to see in the future maybe like a self-defense, martial arts club be established.
Snelding and his assistant started the program to help students protect themselves against possible assaults.
Spring Convocation was held on February 8th. The keynote speaker was Joe Bird, Principal Chief of the Cherokee Nation. He centered his speech on politics and urged the students to become involved.
Reports indicate that less than 10% of people on earth obtain an equivalent of a high school degree. We must do better than that, people, if we are going to compete in this new society. When one considers the fact, what would you guess to be the percentage of people in higher education? We are in a unique situation that gives us added responsibility to give our people a return on their investment.
A representative, Governor Bill Graves, was there to present Chief Bird with a gift of tobacco. Chief Bird was also presented with a blanket from Haskell faculty and staff.
American Indian flute player Kevin Lott came to Haskell January 25th and gave a presentation to Haskell students in Stidham Union. Locke is a Standing Rock Sioux and is a 1973 graduate of Haskell.
In Haskell sports, the women's basketball team will be heading to Newton, Kansas for regional playoff action. In one of the home games, the Lady Indians played host to Heston College. Heston won the game 63-52. Jamie Ferguson led all HNU scorers with 14 points.
On the men's side, the Fighting Indians will also be headed to Newton, Kansas to play in the regional playoffs. On February 9th, the Indians play Heston College. Teams traded off the lead, but the last seconds of the game would put the Indians into overtime as Reuben Littlehead hit a basket with 2 seconds left in the game, tying the score at 62-62. HINU could not connect on its shots as Heston won the game in overtime 72-69. Jeremy Foote led all Haskell scorers with 24 points.
We asked students what their plans for spring break are, and here are some of their responses.
I'll probably go back to Oklahoma and see some of my friends up in Oklahoma City and just hang out with them and just go home and visit the family until school starts back and then come back back up here to Haskell. That's about it. So just kick back in the cool weather and visit.
What I'm gonna do for spring break is I'm probably gonna go out and enjoy the spring. No, I'm probably gonna hopefully go home back to Sioux City, Iowa, where I'm from. Enjoy the hills, the rolling hills, and the rolling thunder, and in the whispering grass. No, really, I don't know. Hopefully, I want to go to Denver March Powwow to go dance and try to win the $2,000 prize money and shit. No, I'm not that good, but I think that's about it.
Over spring break, I'm gonna go back to my home, hopefully, California, and visit my friends and family, hang out. Hopefully the weather will be nice, so I'll enjoy it. I don't know, whatever comes up, but I'm gonna go home definitely for that week. That's all.
I'm gonna stay here at Haskell because I'm broke. I don't have no money, and I'll probably just stay here and be a good girl. And that's it.
I'll be working while all the little kids are out gallivanting around at the lakes and in the bar. But no, I'll be working during spring break. It'll give me a chance to get caught up on the stuff that I need to get caught up on, you know. But that's basically about it. Probably playing on the weekend, you know, but I'll just be working and waiting for all my youngins to get back.
For the Haskell Report, I'm Dave Favre.
And I'm Rhonda Lavaldo. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second edition of the Haskell News. I'm Rhonda Lavalda.
And I'm David Favre.
On the Haskell campus, Chavon Tiger's band Blue Stew held a free concert at the Haskell Auditorium. Blue Stew was originally set up to play on the 29th of February. However, due to a prior engagement by one of the band members, Blue Stew rescheduled and played on the 7th of this month. The four band members, Chavon Tiger, Nigel Big Pond, Mike Patrum, and Nathan Meckel, were joined by Rob Block, a trumpet player from the jazz band Jazz on Tap. Chavon and Nigel are both students at Haskell. Blue Stew will be opening for Ian Moore at the Bottleneck on the 19th of this month. So come out and see them if you can. They are definitely worth it.
The In other campus news, Haskell's Phi Beta Lambda Club recently completed an in-state business competition. 3 members went to Wichita to compete against other Kansas 2- and 4-year colleges. The competition consisted of written exams and speaking competitions. The members had to study for this competition. All of the studying paid off as all 3 students placed in one or more events. Phi Beta member Matt Stedelmeyer won the public speaking event and presented his speech at the award ceremony. Matt also won the impromptu speech competition and placed 9th in job interview. Dominic Ortez placed 2nd in the public speaking event. Dominic also placed 3rd in the impromptu speaking and placed 5th in the job interview. PBL President Rhonda Lovato was named as Who's Who in Kansas and won the telecommunications event. The biggest award was presented to the Phi Beta Lambda advisor Barbara Berryhill, who won the Most Outstanding Advisor of the Year award. Congratulations, Rhonda. Both Matt and Rhonda will represent Kansas in their event at national competition in Washington, D.C., and Barbara Berryhill will represent Kansas in the National Advisor of the Year competition.
In other campus news, the National Training Center Computer Laboratory is available for students and employees to drop in daily from 3 to 4 p.m. for on-hand internet and email experience. Standing by to assist those interested in this experience is Lori LaCour, Dallas Devine, or Sally Halverson from the Computer Center to give one-on-one instructions. Also on hand are students regularly visiting this computer lab to give assistance when needed.
The Miss Haskell pageant was held Wednesday, March 13th in the auditorium. 4 women competed for this elusive title. The winner was Alicia Webster.
That will do it for this edition. Thanks for watching. I'm Rhonda Lavaldo.
And I'm David Favre for the Haskell Report.
Hello and welcome to this month's Haskell Report. I am Rhonda Lavaldo. Our first story is on the visitors that came to Blaylock Hall last week, a show that was done on birds of prey. Birds were brought in and handled by their trainers while the students looked on. The highlight of the show was the eagle that was brought out of its cage. For some students, this was the first time they had seen an eagle. Blaylock also sponsored a demonstration Wednesday, April 5th on stickball. Jimmy Billy, Brent Farmer, and Mr. Simpson were the demonstrators. In the academic side of things, a class here at Haskell was traveling to Washington, D.C. to get some teaching time in. The class is TV production too, and they will be videotaping the Earth Day celebration in Washington. I spoke with 3 of the 4 students going. They will introduce themselves.
Yes, my name is Mark Berryhill, and I'm a member of the Muskogee tribe of Oklahoma, and my major is natural resources.
My name is Nathan Hale. I'm Prairie Band Potawatomi, and I'm from Mayetta, Kansas, and I'm liberal arts.
My name is Forrest Perkins. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm a Muskogee and Choctaw tribe, and my major is liberal arts, and we are the 3 members of the TV2 class.
2.
TV2.
Twice as nice.
Twice.
Yeah, we're all going up to Washington on the 20th of April. And we'll be going up there to assist in the production of filmmaking for the state, or for the U.S. government, I believe, on Earth Day. I'm looking forward to going.
Get experience. We're going up to get experience with the camera work and check out all the festivities.
Also to get a grade.
Grades.
Grades, very important.
A.
That's right.
Hey.
The teacher who will be leading the 3 students to Washington is Bill Curtis. Here he explains a little more about the trip.
I'm Bill Curtis. I teach the Television Production 1 and Television Production 2 classes. And on April 21st, we will be shooting the 25th annual Earth Day celebrations in Washington, D.C. with my Television Production 2 students. We'll be responsible for videotaping all of the events on Friday, Saturday, and then a powwow Sunday afternoon. And these tapes will be used widely by a number of different government agencies, plus we'll have access to them ourselves for our own purposes. And part of what we will be doing will be shooting footage for a live television uplink that will be the 21st in the afternoon, and one in the afternoon that will be satellite broadcast to the entire nation, to the various Indian colleges and also elementary, junior high, and high schools around the country. And it's really kind of an honor to be invited to come do this, and the fact that they'll be using our footage.
In club news, the Renegade Art Warriors took a trip to Wichita, Kansas for the 3rd annual Indian Art Market. Students who made the trip were Eric Riley, Peter Buck, James Hooper, Joe Dancing Shaw, Colin Medicine Horse, Frederico Eaton, Brian Lewis, and the sponsor, Blanche Wani. The members had artwork displayed in the market.
My name is Dana Tiger, and I started painting when I was a little kid, well, drawing when I was a little kid, because my uncle Johnny Tiger Jr., he's a famous artist now. He would kind of force us kids to get together and paint and enter art shows when I was growing up. And then I kind of got away from it for years through high school and all. And then when I was 24, I came back to it. Decided I'd try to be an artist and try to paint for a year and see what happened. And I guess that was the best year of my life, because I knew that I would never quit painting. And I was able to support myself and to kind of create my own style of Indian art, which is to paint strong Indian women. Not many people portray the Indian women in confidence and the strength that I've always seen them, so that's my niche in the Indian art world. And I travel around all over the country every week to go to art shows and to sell my work and to meet the public. And next weekend I have a show in Kansas City, a huge Indian market that they have, and that's kind of what I do, go to the Indian markets. And it's a good way to live.
I'm Pat McAllister, and I live now in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and I've been painting most of my life. My mother's also an artist, so a long time.
How many art shows do you attend in a year?
Oh, we do about 25 art shows a year. We're gone approximately 250 nights of the year, so we travel a lot.
What art shows or powwows will you be attending with?
Well, we always attend Haskell. We've been there for years and years. It's one of our better shows. And we do other shows such as Santa Fe Indian Market, and that's in August. And we do Red Earth in Oklahoma City. And just a lot of different shows. 8 Northern in Santa Fe area. So a lot of different shows.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm Tony Garcia Jr. from the Pueblo of Acoma, and I've been doing this for pretty close to about like 15 years now.
How many art shows do you attend in a year?
It depends on where I can book myself, and usually I book myself at about maybe 4 or 5 places, and it's really up to my artwork, because one of the pots really takes me about just 5 claws alone. Just to carve them out takes me 6.5 hours, and it's really hard for me to sit there for 6 hours straight, especially using my back. And these are called the bear claw pots, and I do a lot of work with the bear claw designs on them. And the same way with this one here. It's a lot of work, especially when I start carving on them. This here is called the bear claw pot. This is the back side, and these are the claws coming out. And when you also turn it upside down and cover half, it's also got the 4 feathers for the 4 sacred directions that we have. And then when you also turn it upside down, the little steps here in the claws also represent Pueblo buildings back home at Acoma. Up on top of the mesa there, the very old buildings we have are no more than 3-story buildings. And then when you also turn it a little bit to my left, it's also got the Brother Eagle's head on there. This is the back side, and it's got his beak coming down. And then when you put it right side up, it's also got the right hand bear claw to keep the family close together and give them strength. And it's got the little fetish bear in the back for good luck within the house. So, and I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And just to put the whole thing together, it took me almost 2.5 years to put together. When my dad was still alive, he told me, if you want to do pottery, if you want to carve into pottery, you know, now that you've included the 4 sacred directions, always be in a good mood.
Bill Rabbit. I live in Pryor, northeast of Tulsa, about 40 miles. Been painting professionally now right at 20 years, but I've attempted to paint and draw since grade school, which is over 40 years. Been a long time.
How many art shows do you attend in a year?
Well, I do as many as I can. You know, I work with various galleries, and there's not a month goes by that I don't have a commitment somewhere, so I work all year long.
Do you currently have any interns or understudies?
No, not really. You know, I've always tried to help, you know, other artists and share what I might know about it, but, you know, if someone comes by my studio or shop, I try to help them, but as far as giving formal lessons or something like that, no, I don't.
Okay, thank you.
In other entertainment news, Randy Kinsley, a student here at Haskell, did a demonstration on how to play the native flute. In sports, the intramural basketball championships were played Tuesday night. In the men's game, the Hoosiers defeated the Tribe 47-32. In the women's game, the Lady Hoops defeated Snack Attack 44-37. In the slam dunk competition, Brent Farmer took the title and won a jersey and pizza shuttle certificate. In bowling, as of Thursday, April 6th, the top 5 teams in the league are number 1, Red Dog, number 2, War, number 3, Snaggy-Later, number 4, Potato Skins, and number 5, Clash 2. The top 5 men's in the league are Frank Musso with a score of 143, number 2, Gene Kimfisher with 142, number 3, Rick Begay with a 141, number 4, Jason Bahi with a 140, and number 5, Ford Perkins with a 138. The top 5 women in the women's league are number 1, June Smith with a 139, number 2, Angela Noah with a 126, number 3, Melissa Cook with a 125, number 4, Annette Powell with a 119, and number 5, Melody Sakabison with a 117. That will do it for this edition of the Haskell Report. Thanks for watching. Hello, I'm Rhonda Lavaldo, and welcome to the last Haskell report for the spring of 1995. To start off the show, Haskell held a benefit powwow 2 weekends ago. The crowd turnout was great, and the singing and dancing was wonderful. We will now take a break and hear a word from our sponsors.
Hello?
Hello, Ellen. What you doing?
I'm not doing much right now. However, I am waiting for a phone call, a very important phone call.
Well, I just thought I'd call you to see if you could join me for a snack in the Union.
Oh, I'd love to. The only thing is I really need to be here for this telephone call. How about if I take a rain check?
Well, I'll just have to enjoy my irresistible chocolate bar without you over the phone.
Irresistible chocolate. Oh, yes.
Welcome back to the Haskell Report. As many of you might have known, students from HNU went to Washington, D.C. to participate in Earth Day activities. One of those student groups was Thunderbird Theater. They performed the famous Songs of Life to the Earth Day crowd during the two-day event. The Earth Day event was also videotaped by Bill Curtis's TV2 class, which was also shown all over the world via satellite. Now to take a short break, we'll be back after this message.
Do you feel you have a weight problem? Do you have trouble overeating? Does your body look like this? With the Haskell weight loss program, for $99.99, you could lose 5, 10, 15 pounds. With the proper diet of water and vitamins, no more heads will be turned the opposite way. You can turn your head. So join today, Haskell Weight Loss Program.
Are you tired of your old peanut butter? Would you like to try a crunchier and thicker peanut butter? Would you like to try our product, Curtis Hall Peanut Butter?
Yes.
Would you like to stick with our brand forever?
Yes, it tastes crunchy and smooth.
Welcome back. Many of you might have seen the new murals in Curtis Hall. They were done by Haskell students James Hooper, Preston Ivy, Federico Eaton, Jacob Martin, Colin Medicine Horse, and Eric Riley. Well, that will do it for this year's edition of the Haskell Report. We would like to congratulate all the graduates of 1995 and wish them the best of luck. Have a great summer.
Hi, I'm RJ, and I'm down here at RJ's new and used performance street bikes, and I want to make you a great deal on one of these bikes today. I have a great and wide selection of new and used bikes. Here's one of my top of line bikes, 96 GSXR 1100. Here's another bike one I have in my selection today. This is a GSXR 750, a great sports bike. So if you come on down to RJ's new and used performance bikes, I'll hook you up. Just ask my friendly staff about some of the qualities and service that I offer.
Great service.
Lowest rate.
Instant credit. Come on down to RJ's.
RJ's is located 155 Indian Avenue, Lawrence, Kansas. Call or come by, 841 Bikes.
Have you got this problem, staying out late and then trying to make it through the day with not even enough energy to hold your head up? Well, now we've got the solution. New Alert 2000. Alert 2000 is fast and effective and allows you to perform all your daily activities with no side effects. It allows you to get through the day and forget about that long last night you just had. New Alert 2000, recommended by the night owls in each of us.
Everyone, I'm David Coachman, and this is the Haskell Report. The 10th Annual Indian Art Market was held recently on campus. Echo Reed brings us our report.
How long has the art market been going on?
The art market's been going on for 10 years. This is our 10th anniversary. And for our 10th anniversary, we've set up a special tent for artists who've been here each year, and they were our featured artists, and they were given like a complimentary booth. So we're real happy that they were able to join us.
How has the turnout been?
Oh, the turnout's been really good. The weather's been really good. It's kind of hot, but we've found that the parking lots are full, the tents are full, the food booth vendors aren't complaining, so we're real happy for the first day that we've had such a good turnout.
Where are the artists from?
The artists come from all over the United States. They come from as far as New York to as far as California. A lot of concentration from New Mexico and Arizona, but we have some from Montana and as far down as Texas.
What kind of arts and crafts are displayed?
Oh, there's a variety out there. There's different types of mediums such as sculpture, pottery, jewelry, baskets, gourds, drums, a lot of jewelry, a lot of silver, turquoise, so just a lot of different things.
What other events are going on besides the art markets?
Besides the vendors and the artists, well, we have entertainment, we have craft demonstrations. We have craft demonstrations each day. And we also have 3 student groups from Haskell who perform. That's the Kiowa Cultural Organization and the Apache Crown Dancers and Thunderbird Theater.
Well, to me, it seems like it's always growing, which is a good thing because, you don't want things to stay still. You always want change in anything. And I think the Lawrence Art Market, being an artist and going to other shows, the word is out that it is a pretty damn good show.
Well, I like to do tribal art. That's what I specialize. I also do some paintings. As you can see, I do some of the gone dancers and all. But mostly I specialize in doing the tribal, the saddlebags, the saddles, the shields, and work like that.
Here. And the statue here, where did it come from? Who's it?
The gentleman who presented the statue, or who brought the statue out, is named Craig Goswin, and actually he's going to allow Haskell to host this statue for 1 year. We'll have it for 1 year, and we just got to now look for a site on campus, outdoors, to where we can put this. It's a really nice piece of work.
You can't help but notice all the construction that is taking place on campus this year. Slick Revere has that story.
We're here today with Virgil Allen. He's head of maintenance. And first thing I'd like to ask you is what the different types of projects are going on around here. Could you explain what's going on and give a description of what's happening around here?
Okay, we have about $15 million worth of projects that we are currently working on. We're working on the 2 dorms, Osceola and Winona. Remodeling those. Hopefully they will be done by August of next year. We're working on a underground electric. We have a contract that we're almost ready to issue, and we will be upgrading our electrical services, our high voltage that goes around to the different buildings. We have just completed most of our MI&R. Under that, we are going to start roofing. Today was the day to start roofing President's Office, Navarre Hall, Ross Hall, Pocahontas, and Hiawatha Hall. And then we completed some handicap work. We did the handicap ramp at Navarre Hall on the north side. We put a new handicap ramp onto Hiawatha Hall with the new front steps. We're in the process, hopefully in a week or two, of doing Pushmataha, replacing the steps over there. We're in the process also of removing the underground storage tanks. We should start on that hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We had got some money from the Force Band Potawatomi tribe, and we have taken the bids and ordered basketball goals for the basketball gym. There will be goals that come down from the ceiling. We are almost complete with putting a new freezer in the kitchen. We have got Pontiac Hall. We're going to start on that with air conditioners and new windows and go as far as we can with the money that we have. The new dorm, Roe Cloud Hall, we're in the process of taking bids on that for gutters and downspouts. And then we have done about $100,000 worth of work of handicap accessibility work on the campus. We have taken the bids and ordered new wheelchair lifts in Sequoia, Parker, and Stidham Union. And I believe that's all the construction that we got going on. We're in the process of, at the 40% design on doing a field house at the stadium, remodeling the North Stadium and the South Stadium, putting an air conditioner into the Sequoia Hall, and then we are going to redo the plumbing in the kitchen. And that's the projects that are ongoing or in the process of getting ready to get started.
Another question I had for you would be, what kind of construction is going on with the road work around here? We mentioned that earlier.
The road works, we just got done doing a chip and seal last year, and the contractor didn't do a good job, and we couldn't bring him back because of the weather. You can only put the chip and seal down when the weather is above 45 degrees. So we had to wait till this spring and had him come back out and redo it, but we're not satisfied with the job. But one of our jobs that it's a 40% design is to put asphalt down. And the chip and seal was just hopefully to save our roads until we can get them asphalted. So we will have that, in about 6 months maybe we'll have the asphalt work being going on.
Thank you very much, and that's today with the Haskell Report. My name is Stoke Veer.
The Haskell Student Health Service is offering new programs to help students have better access to health care. Slick Revere recently visited the clinic and brings us this report.
We're here today with Randy Bernowski, Service Unit Director of Haskell Health Center. And what kind of services do we have for the students here at Haskell?
Well, we have a number of pretty new and exciting projects we want to get started with the students. First, though, what we want to do with the students is try to get the students in and out and stay healthy so that the students, can get better and stay in school and avoid missing classes. Some of the new things that we have coming up, one is hopefully by October 1st, at least for a few students, we'll be able to have a student call in whenever they're sick and say, hey, I need to see somebody, I'm sick. And instead of going down to the clinic and walking in, we can set up an appointment for that particular morning, whether it's 10, 15, or whatever. That way you can concentrate on taking care of whatever you need to do and then come down to the clinic instead of waiting at the clinic. Another thing that we're doing is in the area of dental. One Saturday a month, we started 2 months ago, that we would set aside time for students only. We can handle 10 dental exams for students on a particular Saturday. I think the next Saturday we're coming up is October 17th. Students show up at the dental clinic Saturday morning, October 17th, and they can get their dental exam taken care of. This allows the student to get into the system and to do any kind of necessary follow-up with their dental people. Another thing that we're doing is pharmacy refills. Right now we're recruiting for another pharmacist. We hope to have a new pharmacy position filled by October, November. Once that's taken care of, students and other patients can call in for their refills. By calling in for refills, it'd be handled, would have a separate telephone number that the student would call in for if it's a normal refill, and the pharmacist would have their refill ready to go by the afternoon of the following day.
And what about physical therapy for students here at Haskell?
Well, physical therapy is a new program that we've just started. Began September 1st. Physical therapy services are available on Mondays from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. and on Wednesdays and Fridays from 1 to 5 p.m. And actually we're standing right in the physical therapy room right now.
What kind of physical therapy do you practice here, or procedures that the students should be aware of physical therapy?
Well, there's hot and cold packs, whirlpool, aqua type of exercises, weightlifting types of exercises, ultrasound, you got your muscle stimulator, different techniques and exercises that a physical therapist or a therapy assistant might guide a student through to help recover from some sort of injury much more quickly and fully.
Well, the length of treatment here for the students, one time, is that it?
Absolutely not. Although a student may have got an injury real quickly, but therapy takes time, and it's not unusual. I guess more typically you'd expect to spend 2 weeks to a month. Some people may spend several months in treatment. That depends on how well they're doing and the advice that we're getting from the therapist.
Thank you, and this has been the Haskell Report, the Slick Revere.
Students looking to find a break from dorm life have a new spot on campus. I recently spoke with John Gaskin, Youth Director of Cornerstone Baptist Church, about their new campus coffee house ministry. What are the plans for the building?
The building is going to be renamed the Haskell Christian Ministry Center, and it's going to have a twofold purpose. One is to create a national Native American Christian leadership conference, where the plans are 3 times a year, like around homecoming and things like that. We'll provide training for those involved in Christian ministry who would come back for homecoming, events like that, where they'd be trained to go back out to where they're ministering now. The second part of the vision is for this to be the center for the Baptist Student Union. And as part of it, it will be our base of operations and center for the ministries here.
And what can the students expect from the BSU portion of the building?
Well, the first part of it is we're saying it's a center for ministry to the students. That is, the area Southern Baptist churches want to minister to the entire Haskell community. Within that sense, this will be a place where we'll have Bible studies, we'll have prayer meetings, we'll provide meals, kind of retreats, conferences, lectures, coffee houses. We want to make it a place where students can stop by. There'll be a room to study in. There'll be a TV room. The main room is kind of all-purpose room for the various events that we do. But there's a desire for the part of the area Southern Baptist to reach out to the students here and to become a part of what's happening here. Secondly, we want it to be a place where students can find a place for their ministries, which can pin upon their interests, possibly a drama team, a music team, puppet team, revival teams, mission ministries or summer missions, or even through the school year. Perhaps social ministries to those in need. That can be canned food drives, that can be going to just to entertain or something at a senior adult home or something like that. It's for the students to find a catalyst, some kind of ministry they can do as they go back out into the community.
The 1998 Haskell Fighting Indians football season is underway. Shane Long recently caught up with head coach Gary Tanner.
How do you feel your football team looks so far in preparation for the first game?
Well, we came in on the 11th or 12th, which was it'd been right time if we had a normal schedule, but we had to move our first game back a week, so it gave us an extra week to prepare. So pretty excited about our preparation. I think we're going to start off the season real well here at home, and with that extra week, we was able to put in a little bit more offense, and And I think that's going to help us. So I think they're prepared pretty well.
How do you go through the week of preparation? What are you guys going to do this week to prepare for Thursday's game?
Well, up until now, we've just been working on our techniques and our fundamentals and the things that we want them to know about our offense and defense. But during the week of preparation, then what we do is we get ready for a specific offense or specific defense we're going to see. And that's kind of what we're doing now is we decide what plays are going to work well against our defense and, where our strengths are at right now. And then we work on our game plan.
Do you feel you guys will come out and be ready to play on Thursday?
Oh, yeah. I think they're ready to go now. They're ready to hit somebody else besides themselves. We've been doing that for a while. So I think we're going to see a lot of good hitting.
This year marks the return of women's volleyball as an intercollegiate sport with a new coach. Echo Reed brings us this report.
How did you get involved in being coach here?
There was a job announcement that came open back in January of '98, and I applied for it. The position was for a health and physical education instructor, and I applied for it. Made the final cut, made the final certified list, and was selected, I believe, in June or July of '98. I had no idea I was going to be coaching volleyball until I got here. I did know that I was going to be coaching or helping coach a sport, but I didn't know exactly which one. So this volleyball is a surprise to me.
And how many players are on your team?
We've got 15 players currently. A 16th player that we have is a transfer student from Oklahoma, and so she chose to sit out this year so she could play next year. So currently we have 15 active players on the roster, and some of the girls come from Arizona. We've got a couple of girls from Montana, a couple from Kansas. We've got representation just from all over the country.
What are your expectations for the girls?
My expectations are that we be competitive as possible. I want the girls to have fun, first of all, but I also want them to play hard and to concentrate the entire match. So, and we want to do well. Certainly I'll be disappointed if we don't, but I just want them to have a learning experience, enjoy the sport, and do the best that they can.
And what are you doing to prepare for your first game?
Well, since volleyball is a revitalized sport, from my understanding they haven't had it in about 4 or 5 years. We had open tryouts for about a week to 10 days, and then when we made our final selections, the final 15, then we concentrated on just offense and defense in particular, and we're just kind of playing it by ear as far as our first match. We're not familiar with our first opponent, so we'll just have to wait and see when the match time comes.
This is Echo Reed talking for the Haskell News Report. We wish the Haskell volleyball team a lot of luck.
The national news story of the year concerns President Bill Clinton's indiscretions. We recently asked Haskell students whether they thought impeachment was appropriate.
Well, I just think they ought to let him continue his thing, because, I mean, even though he did mess around with Monica, he still did his work. He still got his job done.
Yes, I do believe the president should be impeached. The president should be impeached. He shouldn't do his scandalous things.
I think the guy has no morals, really. He should be thrown out of the office.
In my opinion, I honestly don't think they should impeach the president. He's done a good job, regardless of what he does, in his personal life.
Regardless of what he's done, it isn't interfering with any of his decisions, and I think that, no, I don't think he should be impeached.
Okay. And for the Haskell Report, I'm David Coachman. That's it.